These are definitely not turtles.
Blair, are you a friend or an enemy?
I did until yesterday when I found out there were cougars. Big Cypress and Everglades you can do in a day.
Yeah.
And then reserve another day for Biscayne. Yeah. It was a baby gator, but it was so loud it made me jump.
And if you're really quick, you can see the sunset twice. Blair's hard at work again, fixing our fridge. About to have a peacock fight.
It was a lot of fun. I'm glad we did it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
We've got another cool giveaway in this video. Stay tuned to the end to find out how to win.
We'll leave it all behind. Won't stop till the finish line. We'll go together.
We begin this week's journey with a venture out to Wooten's Everglades Airboat tours. They have all sorts of fun things at this park. And if you're ever in the area, I highly recommend you stop by.
Together on this open road. If we're only given one shot at this life, we gotta make it count while there's still time. We're on our way. We're on our way. We're just getting started. No stopping us on our way.
How's the turtles?
These are definitely not turtles.
Nope. Are you ready for your boat ride?
Eddie. Thank goodness they have earmuffs.
It's so loud.
It's so loud.
How was your fan boat ride?
It was good. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad we did it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I thought it was so windy and kind of hot in the sun. I thought it was going to be I was like, why is this going to be a whole hour? But it ended up, it's like really 45, maybe 50 minutes total.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was more fun than I thought it was going to be. The mangrove trees have overtaken the grasslands, and I like the grasslands way better than the trees.
Yeah, they're pretty.
But, man, if you want to come down to Florida, you can do some anaconda hunting. $125 a snake.
Python.
Sorry.
Yeah.
If it has babies, if it's a mama and has babies, it's $200 a snake.
Yep. They've overrun the population.
Overrun. They're killing everything.
They're considered an invasive species.
So, if you got nothing else going on in your life and you're willing to get in the water, $125 to $200 per python. Come on down.
Catch them with your bare hands.
Yeah.
Not me.
Why not?
Not me at all.
What have you seen, Blair?
I've seen herons. We've seen egrets. We saw a bald eagle.
You need to write it up there. From there, we made it to Monument Lake Campground. And this is a beautiful spot and a great place to see some alligators and cool sunsets and sunrises if you happen to be in the area.
Florida Trail
Or the beginning?
or the beginning.
Yeah. Do you want to hike the Florida Trail?
I did until yesterday when I found out there were cougars. Because you have to walk through a lot of this.
Yeah.
But we were here about a year ago.
Pensacola.
In Pensacola.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a couple options for like this side. I'm assuming this is Lake Okeechobee or whatever it's called. And then it's here. Little national. I mean, you could probably do the whole Big Cypress in one day. It's only 30 miles to I-70. But it's a lot easier to reach this terminus than Mount Katahdin.
Very. It's much less elevation.
Yeah. Cool. That was a baby gator, but it was so loud it made me jump.
Is that you barking?
Yeah. Pig frog.
Long necks of egrets and
What you see in your binocular?
An egret.
I mean, monocular.
look for prey.
A long neck egret.
Here comes the other one. About to have a peacock fight.
It looks like that's the mom and the baby.
Okay, over here. Look, here.
Huh?
Oh, you missed him. They're gone now.
Kick into overdrive. Toss every fear aside. We know there's a story to be told. If we're only given one shot at this life, we got.
Blair, are you a friend or an enemy?
Lobsters? Oh. That's cool.
Just getting started, we're stopping us on our way. We're on our way. Adventure is calling, we're stopping us on our way. We're on our way. We're on our way. We're just getting started, no stopping us on our way. We're on our way.
Blair's Goldilocks. It's got to be just right. And temperature and sun coming in and all the things. She has just a minute. She has a very tiny window of operating for all the things. Unless you're hiking on the trail.
But I manage it well.
You do manage it well.
I wear a layer and then I take off a layer. And then I cover up under a blanket and then I uncover my blanket. And then I pull my curtain.
Yeah. We were trying to find the proper light to do this video because the curtain over there was closed and so open it up and the sun's bright. So she's like, oh, that's a little bright for my liking.
It is. My little eyes can't handle it. I mean, if you give it an inch, it'll set a little bit more.
So, Blair, how was your visit to swampy South Florida?
It was swampy.
Yeah. We went to Big Cypress National Preserve.
Mhm.
We went to Biscayne National Park, which is mostly just water.
That's, water and islands and reefs.
It's the very northern key. So everybody says Key Largo is the first key you can drive onto, but the actual first keys are
You gotta get a boat.
east of the southern tip of Florida, and you got to get a boat.
Mhm.
And the Everglades.
Yeah.
Neither one of us really realized Biscayne National Park was a thing, and Blair's been, she's driven by it 100 times and never stopped.
I've probably been in the waters and haven't even realized it.
The grasslands part of the Everglades, and I said this on the video, but they're beautiful. But the trees,
The mangroves.
the mangroves have just taken over everything.
Yep.
And you can't touch them because they're a protected thing, and you'll get fined or put in jail or whatever they do to you.
Yeah, they have to hire out a specific natural park mangrove groomer.
Yeah.
To cut back the portions that they need to cut back to still maintain access to the waterfront.
And they make good money. So if you're an arborist who can do mangroves, you can get some serious money from the government.
Get that certification.
So I just want to ask Blair, what is your referrals, recommendations for traveling through South Florida? Like most people bypass all that and hit Miami and on their way down to the Keys and go to Key West and that kind of thing. But what are your thoughts and recommendations now that you have seen it all?
I think you can definitely do a Big Cypress and Everglades combo. We split it between 2 days because we did an afternoon and then a morning. But you could easily drive in, do everything in one day, and then drive out the day after. It's swampland. They do guided tours to the national park, but just know that you're going to be walking through flooded trails. There's some boardwalks that are a mile or mile and a half at most in length. And then they have all of the commercial, what are they? Airboat rides.
And swamp buggy rides.
Yeah, and swamp buggy rides. So those are cool too. Those get you into the national park area. And
that Wooten's place that we showed in the beginning of this video does it all. So you can get to see all of it. And if you come down the west coast of Florida, like Naples area, then you can come straight into the Big Cypress, stay the night in Big Cypress like we did. That's a beautiful campground.
Mm-hmm.
Drive across, hit the Everglades Visitor Center, go see the Everglades things. Mm-hmm. There's some parks, and you're near Homestead, Miami International Speedway. So if you like NASCAR, there's a racetrack there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a visitor center right by that. For Biscayne National Park.
That's on the coast.
That's on the coast,
Yeah.
but you're just driving across. So you hit the Everglades and you ride out to the coast, and then you can do. So we drove up to Miami to get on our evening sunset boat ride tour, which is really cool. So you can really see, like she said, you can see all that in a day.
I would say Big Cypress and Everglades you can do in a day.
Yeah.
And then reserve another day for Biscayne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And paddleboarding and all the fun things out of Biscayne, which we did not do. And some of our time in Biscayne was cut short because that was when Piper was not well. And we were
unwell as well.
Oh, no, yes.
Into overdrive, toss every fear aside. We know.
It was not. So we kind of got out of there quicker.
Yep.
We went to Key West. We went to Keys. We drove down to the Keys, and that's going to be a separate video because we're going back next week to go back and go out to Dry Tortugas because we could not get on a reservation out there. That's part of the blunders of fly by the seat of your pants kind of life that we live.
Yep.
And we could not reserve a boat, a plane, and nothing to get out to Dry Tortugas. So we're going back. And we're going to make a whirlwind trip out of that. But we get to see our friends down there again.
Yeah. Biscayne has two Like there's a visitor center that has access to boats that you can take out and do separate boat tours, or they run a shuttle out of right south of Miami. So when you reserve your boat, make sure you know which dock you're going out of.
And the Stilt City.
Stiltsville.
Stiltsville, yeah.
Yeah.
All those houses out there. Now, many of them are gone nowadays because they got blown down by a hurricane, but there's still quite a few out there. I didn't know it was a thing, but you could really just motorboat your way out there and hang out on a porch.
Well, that's technically trespassing.
I concur.
But
you could.
There are people that still own them, and they're in families, and although they can't rehab them or do anything to upgrade or maintain them, they can still visit the property. So some families still go out and like spend the day out there.
But it's so crazy. You're way off coast, and it's 3 feet deep.
Yeah. So you're like 45 minutes off the coast.
Yeah.
And there's a little tiny channel that's a little deeper, but for the most part, there's sandbars that come up when the tide is down. And
the lighthouse that was on the end out there, I forget the name of that little island.
Yeah, that was a state park.
Yeah, good state park that we rode by. And the Miami skyline is pretty cool when you're coming back in at night if you do the sunset tour.
Yeah.
And if you're really quick, you can see the sunset twice. If you if you get down and the sun sets and you stand up real quick, you can see the sunset again.
Yep. You got to time it right, though.
You got to time it exactly right.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I got to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that.
Anything else, Blair?
Nope.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Blair's hard at work again, fixing our fridge and all of our stuff. All right, I've got a review video out there on these pads. A wonderful company, Trail Ridge Tech, out in Colorado, sent me these. I checked them out. I love them. I think they're fantastic. And I think they're a fantastic addition to your Airstream should you choose to use them. But today I'm giving you a free pair. Trail Ridge Tech pads. So the Terra pad, these are 4 shoes that go on the bottom of your existing feet for your Airstream. And this Terra Pad Ultra, which can go under your nose jack, it can go under your feet. You can use it as a pad to sit on. You can use it as a place to put a grill on. There's so many functions for this thing. It's really fantastic. But 2 of these and 4 shoes for your standard feet. All you have to do to win is go to our website, 13adventures.com, click on the Contact Us link at the top, put in your name, email address, and then Trail Ridge Tech giveaway after 72 hours. So the video comes out Sunday morning at 8. On Wednesday morning at 8, Blair will draw a lucky winner, and I will reach out to you and get your address, and we will ship these to you for use on your Airstream. Again, if you haven't checked out my video on Trail Ridge Tech, please go find that review. It's a wonderful product and a wonderful thing, and I think it's a wonderful addition to your Airstream. Thanks for making us a part of your adventure. Have a great day, everyone. The bugs are bad. I got bit on the back earlier.